Good morning, principals. Thank you for taking the opportunity to listen and view this report on our work in your classrooms. There were several sources of research that supported the work that we did. First was informative assessment and how teachers who were skilled and prepared to formatively assess well and find places where they can do that resulted in higher academic achievement levels and attitudes of students in class. There was also some research on questioning and PLC processes where leadership roles in modeling that work and developing those trusting relationships went a long way to help develop to formalize those processes in many schools. And finally, research on discourse moves and productive struggle for student work showed that leadership modeling and instructional leadership modeling in this area had a significant indirect impact on teacher efficacy and the willingness of teachers to be able to lead themselves and their peers in this work. Having reviewed the research, it goes to follow that the purpose of the study was to focus on these particular three areas in core actions that are dictated by Achieve the Core or customized from Achieve the Core to give us some good baseline information about what's happening in our classrooms and how to direct our moves to help support it and improving it. Methodology for these observations was a rating scale for these three core action areas, and I'll get into more of it when we talk about the results on the next page. As you can see from the results, the core action areas in students persevering through solving problems and providing solutions beyond just stating the answers, which would include things like strategies and understandings beyond that, are rated on that 4-point scale. Most, many, some, or few students are observed with exhibiting these behaviors. The core action 3D, which is the one where students are having the discourse and really critiquing each other's work, is the one where we found needed the most growth and work in growth. So we looked at the root causes for some of our areas of strength and our areas of growth. And we found that for our areas of strength, for example, the productive struggle and policies that support student engagement, there is strong administrative support. There are policies that are being enforced. Students are comfortable in their work and are having teachers work with them consistently in terms of their practice. And there's a clear vision of what the expectations are. So we also discussed the root causes for some of the areas of growth, which were PLC internalization practices, questioning and discourse culture of practices in classrooms, and how to utilize formative data, both taking it and planning with it. Teachers are having less input and less accountability in the process, and there is lack of consistency amongst these practices, which we have found as some of the root causes. For our part, we created a few steps to an action plan, which involve providing professional learning around PLC internalization and providing opportunities for teachers to come out of their classroom prior to beginning of each unit. We're also attempting to provide some of that professional learning within the PLC environment and to enforce and understand questioning techniques and discourse culture. Please feel free to ask questions. And here are a list of some references.